In this lecture, let's look at the basic operations of vectors. First of all, we know the vector needs to be written as a letter with the arrow above it. Okay, without arrow above a letter, that's normally is a number. So with letter and then with the arrow above the letter, this means vectors. Okay. The second thing we need to notice is that for a pair of data, here the left hand side is an arrow to the left, the right hand side is an arrow to the right. Okay, you can see all the vectors are expressed in this way. They are not round brackets. Okay, if you do 1, 5 round brackets, that's a point. If you do 1, 5 with double arrows on two sides, you should draw it from origin to 1, 5. Okay, origin normally is denoted by O. So everywhere is O. Okay, that's 0, 0 right here. Now, let's look at A plus B. For A plus B, we know A is 1, 5, B is 5, negative 2. Then we do the addition is pretty easy. A plus B is 1, 5 plus 5, negative 2. Then you do is 1 plus 5 accordingly. So 1 plus 5. And then 5 plus negative 2. 5 plus negative 2. 1 plus 5 is 6. 5 plus negative 2 is positive 3. Okay, so this is the ending point of the vector. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is here. 3 units up is right here. Okay, so if you want to mark, that will be A plus B is 6, 3. Okay, that's this diagonal of the parallelogram. Okay, so that's the diagonal. This kind of rule, normally we say that's the what? Let me put the result here. The vector, the desired vector is the diagonal of the parallelogram. Okay, parallelogram. You see this one, parallelogram, and then diagonal. Okay, now let's look at the third question. 1, 2, 3. The third one. Here is we want to draw negative A. A is 1, 5. So you put negative in front of 1 and negative 5. Negative in front of 5. So it's negative 1, negative 5. Previously it was 1, 5. That's here. So negative 1, for the first component and negative 5 for the second component. So it's right here. Okay, so we know this is negative a. Now then we need to go back to look at a minus b. For a minus b, is defined as a plus negative b. Okay, now a is 1, 5. B, it was 5, negative 2, and then the opposite direction, negative b, will be negative 5, this one, and negative 2 is positive 2. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negative, and 1, 2 positive. So it's right here. And then, you know, based on the rule of the parallelogram, here is a, here is negative b, and then the diagonal will be a plus negative b. Okay, so you may write here negative b, and then this one will be a minus b. That's what? A plus negative 1 plus negative 5, and then 5 plus 2. That will be negative 4, positive 7. Negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. 7, here is 5, 6 is 7. Alright, so you may put down here is negative 4, positive 7. Okay. Alright, these 3 operations sounds very easy, but it's very basic. So we want to understand that. Now, let's do a little bit more. Here we are given 2 vectors. One is u, which is 5, 5. V is 6, 7. Then we do u, 6u minus 8v is 6, 5, 5 minus 8, 6, 7. We're doing this way. Okay. Now, let's see what do we get. We know that that will be 6 times 5, 6 times 5, plus negative 8 times 6, and then negative 8 times 7. Keep going. Will that be 30, 30? And down here is negative 48 and negative 56. You may add 30 plus negative 48, and then 30 minus, or you may do plus negative 56. Okay, so what do we get? We then have a negative 18 and then here is negative 26. Okay, so that's the answer. Let's look at this one. This one is find the magnitude and the positive direction angle for u. You know, this is our u right here, and which is negative 15, 8. Negative 15 x, y, 8. Okay, so the magnitude is easy, huh? Because the magnitude is just the hypotenuse, the length of the hypotenuse. So that will be what? That will be negative 15 squared plus 8 squared. Okay, that's by Pythagorean theorem. Huh? So we got to use our calculator. 15 squared plus 8 squared, and we have to choose the square root. Huh? So let me use square root. 2, 8, 9 should be 17. Huh? 17. Okay. So that's the magnitude. Now we know this side is 17 already. 17. And we know this side is 15. Okay. Then we know cosine theta. This is theta. This is theta. This angle here, theta. Cosine theta is x over hypotenuse. So it's negative 15 over 17. Okay. And then what do we get? Is theta is cosine inverse negative 15 over 17. Huh? Okay. That's how many degrees. You may find out by using your calculator. You see that here you want to make sure is in degree mode. Is in degree mode. And get out. Second equation. So you do second cosine inverse negative 15 divided by 17. Close parentheses. So roughly you have the degree, which is 151.9 degrees. Okay, that will be the answer. So those are very basic things. Please review this lecture, and then I'll see you next time.